A very warm welcome to the Audio Description Association Monthly Bulletin for February 2026. We hope the start of the year hasn't been all doom and gloom and you've managed to take advantage of the range of audio-described cultural events which are on around the country. ADA Notice Board. Last month we saw the start of our winter ADA Skillset and AD Soup Online programme. If you missed out on hearing Julia Grundy talk about describing for the RSC or Ross Chalmers' surgery on All Things AD Live, as members you can listen and watch these on catch-up via the links on our resource page. Just log on using the email option on our website homepage. To visit any of our 2025 events, just click View on AD Soup, Skillset, VI Group. Sessions are listed by most recent date first. If you want to be sure of catching February and March events live, look out for the Zoom links emailed to our members in advance, or see our Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn page posts. February and early March events. AD Soup, Monday the 23rd of February from 7 till 8 p.m. What the craft of fiction writing can and can't bring to AD, with Tim Calvert, facilitated by Ross Chalmers. The session will explore where fictional craft and audio description overlap, particularly AD's relationship to third-person narration, as well as rhythm, sentence length and word choice, where they diverge, including how writerly habits can get in the way of precise, access-first description. Timna is a London-based audio describer and prize-winning fiction writer. ADA Skillset, Monday the 2nd of March from 2 p.m. till 3:30 p.m. Too Much or Too Little with Andrew Holland. This is facilitated by Tim Calvert. Audio description should provide enough information to put the listener in a position to engage with the performance, but it should not try to do everything. Join Andrew in this masterclass that explores this approach in detail. Please get in touch if you have a topic or idea for our ADA skill sets, soups or VI user groups. You can email Tim Calvert at info@audiodescription.co.uk. VI user group. ADA's VI group is on hiatus until the spring, when it will be led by our newest VI trustee, Oren O'Neill. We're looking for blind and VI members to contribute to our cultural pick feature. Once a month, Oren will talk with another VI member about a cultural event they've seen, what they've liked or didn't like about audio description. Would you like to be involved or have something to say about an event, film or cultural activity? Email us to take part at admin@audiodescription.co.uk. 2026 ADA Newsletter. Our spring newsletter deadline is the 30th of March 2026. If you have an idea for an article or story for our newsletter this year, please contact Pamela at admin@audiodescription.co.uk. We're always keen to hear from a range of members. Audio Description Association Audio Described Event Recommendations. Our top London highlights for February 2026. The Producers is on at Garrick Theatre on Wednesday the 4th of February at 7:30 p.m, with a touch tour to be confirmed. Audio described by Vocalise with Jonathan Nash and Becca Harvey. Woman in Mind is on at the Duke of York Theatre Saturday the 7th of February 2:30 p.m, touch tour 12:45 p.m. Audio described by Vocalise with Lonnie Evans and Jonathan Nash. The Virgins is on at the Soho Theatre Saturday the 7th of February 7 p.m. AD in-house, a funny and devastating fever dream of desire and teenagerhood. Lost Atoms Frantic Assembly's 30th anniversary production is on at the Lyric Theatre Hammersmith Tuesday the 10th of February 7:30 p.m, touch tour 6 p.m, audio described by Kate Taylor Davis. Paranormal Activity is on at the Ambassadors Theatre Monday the 9th of February 8 p.m. Audio described by Vocalise. The Spy Who Came In From the Colds on at Soho Place. This is on Thursday the 12th of February at 7:30 p.m. Audio described by Claire LeMay for Vocalise. A story of betrayal not only between nations but within the human soul. Follows a sold-out run at Chichester Festival Theatre. The Tempest, the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse at the Globe, is on Friday the 13th of February at 2 p.m. and also Sunday the 1st of March at 6:30 p.m. Audio described by Vocalize. The Touch Store will be at 4:30 p.m. The Rat Trap is at the Park Theatre, Saturday the 14th of February, 3:30 p.m. Touch Store 2 p.m. Audio described by Megan Smith. Noel Coward's first play is given a stylish period revival for its centenary year. Learning How to Dive is at the White Bear Theatre on Wednesday the 18th of February at 7:30 p.m. Touch Store 6:30 p.m. Audio described in-house. By turns, tense and tender, Learning How to Dive tells the story of three people and the shared loss they find themselves facing. The Playboy of the Western World is on at the National Theatre, the Littleton, on Friday the 20th of February at 7:30 p.m. Touch Store 6 p.m. Audio described in-house. Into the Woods is on at the Bridge Theatre near London Bridge. It's on Saturday the 21st of February at 2:30 p.m. Touch Store 1 p.m. Also Saturday the 16th of May at 2:30 p.m. Audio described by Vocalize. This is a new staging of Stephen Sondheim's fantasy classical musical, and not to be missed. American Psycho is at the Almeida Theatre on Saturday the 28th of February at 2 p.m. with a Touch Store at 12 p.m. Audio described by Miranda Yates and Jenny Stewart Cosgrove. Oh Mary is also on Saturday the 28th of February at 3:30 p.m. at the Trafalgar Theatre. Touch Store time to be confirmed. The hit play direct from Broadway, starring the highly acclaimed Mason Alexander Park. Our Town is Michael Sheen's new production for the Welsh National Theatre. Thornton Wilder's classic play is relocated to a small Welsh town for a run at the Rose Theatre, Kingston upon Thames, London. Audio described performances are Saturday the 7th of March at 2:30 p.m. and Tuesday the 10th of March at 6:30 p.m. Audio described by Veronica Hicks. If this is your first time booking with the Rose Theatre, please contact the box office on info@rosetheatre.org or call 020 8174 0090. Our top regional highlights for February 2026. La Traviata, the Royal Opera House, is on in Covent Garden. Audio described performances are from Tuesday the 3rd of February 12:30 to Tuesday the 17th of February at 7 p.m. Touch tours are offered 1 hour before the designated accessible performances and must be booked by contacting box office at roh.org.uk for tickets. Audio descriptions and audio introductions are provided by Sightlines and Alice Gilmore. Miss Saigon at the Mayflower Theatre in Southampton. This is on Wednesday the 4th of February at 7:30 p.m. Touch Store, please contact access at mayflower.org.uk. Audio described by Megan Smith and Callie DeJarlis for Vocalize. Crown of Blood is at the Sheffield Theatre, Crucible, on Friday the 6th of February at 7:15 p.m. This is a powerful retelling of Shakespeare's Macbeth set during the civil wars of the 19th century. Audio described by Susie Casson and Coral Swainsbury. The Red Shoes, Matthew Bourne's new adventures, a magical and powerful tale of obsession, possession and one girl's dream to be the greatest dancer in the world. AD performances on tour at the Theatre Royal Nottingham on the 7th of February 2:30 p.m. Touch Store 1 p.m. Milton Keynes Theatre the 12th of February 7:30 p.m. New Vic Theatre Woking on the 19th of February at 7:30 p.m. and Liverpool Empire on the 27th of February at 7:30 p.m. Audio described by Caroline Byrne for Talking Theatre. You can book on to an audio described performance and Touch Store via New Adventures website. Google New Adventures, The Red Shoes. The Constant Wife, Oxford Playhouse on Saturday the 7th of February 2:30 p.m. AD in-house, based on Somerset Maugham's comedy and following a successful run at the RSC. Keek Damser, Michael Keegan, Doe and Mam. This is at Norwich Theatre Royal, Saturday the 14th of February at 7:30 p.m. Touch Store at 6 p.m. Part Seldy, part gig, part dance show. Mam is international dance theatre at its finest. AD in-house. Tina, the Tina Turner musical, is on at the Wales Millennium Centre, Cardiff, Saturday the 14th of February at 2:30 p.m. Touch Store to be confirmed. AD is from Di Langford and Lonnie Evans for Vocalise. This much-loved musical recreates the life of Turner live on stage in spectacular fashion. All Is But Fantasy is at the RSC, The Other Place, Stratford-upon-Avon, on Saturday the 14th of February, 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Touch Store is 1 p.m. AD in-house. Carolyn Smith and Gethin Edwards provide the AD. Audio-winning artist Whitney White in a groundbreaking theatrical event featuring some of Shakespeare's most famous characters. Legally Blonde is at the Curve Theatre, Leicester, on Friday the 20th of February at 7:30 p.m. Touch Store is at 6 p.m. Audio described by Kate Taylor-Davies and Nadine Beasley. From Talking Sense audio description. Ali must prove that she's more than just blonde ambition in swapping the fashion changing rooms for the courtroom. A Midsummer Night's Dream Leeds Playhouse on Friday the 27th of February at 7:15 p.m. Touch Store at 6 p.m. and Saturday the 28th of February at 2 p.m. with a Touch Store at 1 p.m. AD in-house. In the depths of winter, discover the magic of A Midsummer Night's Dream as you've never seen it before, in collaboration with Shakespeare's Globe and Headlong with Bristol Old Vic. The Battle is at the Birmingham Rep Theatre on Saturday the 28th of February 2:30 p.m. Touch Store is at 1 p.m. Audio described by Carolyn Smith. Rivalries flare, friendships fracture, and at the centre of it all, a mania that would define an era. Were you Blur or Oasis? Starring Matthew Horn from Gavin and Stacey. Further listings can be found at the following links: vocalise.co.uk, officiallondontheatre.com, and mindseydescription.co.uk. Audio described museum and gallery tours. Monument to the Unimportant. This is audio described at the Pace Gallery, London, Saturday the 7th of February at 3 p.m. AD Di Langford for Vocalise. The group exhibition brings together sculptures, paintings, works on paper and installation that each takes the everyday object as a point of departure. Audio art, utterly in the picture. This is at the National Gallery in London on Tuesday the 10th of February at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Audio described in-house. Combines a detailed audio description of a gallery painting with a new piece of music composed and performed by cellist Nina Plapp. Audio described tour and workshop at the Collection at the National Portrait Gallery. London, Tuesday the 10th of February at 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Free artist-led tour exploring portraits in the Collection. Booking in advance. Lights Up, an audio described tour of Expecting. This is at the Wellcome Collection, London, on Thursday the 26th of February at 2 p.m. Audio described in-house. Cinema highlights with audio description in February. Saipan. Steve Coogan plays Mick McCarthy, coach of the notorious 2002 pre-World Cup match, captained by Roy Keane. Certificate 15, 90 minutes in duration. Is This Thing On, starring Laura Dern and Will Arnett. Loosely based on UK comedian John Bishop's life, and stand-up Bradley Cooper directs this tale of a marriage quietly unravelling. Certificate 15, 121 minutes. Wuthering Heights, starring Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie, and featuring music by Charlie XCX. Emerald Fennell's follow-up to Saltburn, considered by some as a provocative take on Emily Bronte's tale of doomed lovers on the Yorkshire moor. 130 minutes in duration. The History of Sound, starring Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor as David and Lionel, an early turn of the 20th century tale of two young men who bond over their love of American folk music. Certificate 15, 128 minutes in duration. For more information and further listings, you can go to accessiblescreenings.co.uk, yourlocalcinema.com. Streaming highlights with audio description. How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. If you love Derry Girls, get ready to fall for this story about friendship, memory, and what happens when life doesn't turn out quite like you expected. Equal parts mystery, drama, with plenty of trademark McGee humour. This is on Netflix. An Eternity, starring Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen. When Larry unexpectedly dies before his wife, Joan, he's shocked to learn he's in the afterlife and has a week to decide where and with whom he plans to spend eternity. And this is on Apple TV. Also to mention, the latest series, Series 4 of Industry, is audio described on BBC iPlayer. Thank you for listening to the Audio Description Association's monthly bulletin for February 2026. This is voiced by Vice Chair Tim